Hey guys, welcome back to my mini series where I show off my vintage silver rounds. So I'm going to show you two of them in this video. So I bought these at the same time from the same person, and they both are from the same year, 1974. So I'm not sure if they have any connection other than being from the same collection, same year, but I'm assuming they do. So first I'll talk about this one. Uh, this one, the obverse has a portrait of Thomas Jefferson in the year 1974 on the front, or the obverse. And this one rotates horizontal. And on the reverse, it has the Jefferson Mint at the top, 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver, world trade, like World Trade unit. That's a common thing you'll see in vintage silver rounds. So there's very little known about this coin. What I found was there's 3 years that this one was produced. And I'll take it out of this enclosure real quick so I can get a better look at it. But they were produced in 1973, 1974, and then again in the bicentennial year, 1976. And that's all I could really find out about this coin. So I'll get into the other coin a bit more since I know a little bit more about it. But I'm assuming that when I tell you a little bit more about this coin and the kind of atmosphere in the 1970s and 1980s, where there was a lot of small private mints that were just making a good profit on minting silver rounds to whoever or for whoever with whatever design they wanted to put on them. Kind of like a fundraising or maybe just a kind of a support thing or just to kind of raise money. So you'll see a lot of silver rounds from around that time, like mid 70s to early to mid 80s. There's just a lot. There's just so many vintage rounds. Some are more collectible than others. Some are just pretty much generic. Um, I would have to say that this one is a little bit more on the generic side, just because I can't find a whole lot about it. But I think, like I said, it might have some kind of connection to something like this coin. But I'll talk about this coin a bit more since I know more about it. So, like I said, I bought these together, and I bought them basically because I didn't have them. That's all I knew at the time. These are some vintage silver rounds that I've never seen before, and I never knew about. So I decided to get them so I could have them in my collection and show you guys. So this one, like I said, I didn't know a whole lot about, but when I received it, I started doing some research about the Liberty Lobby. So before I go any further, this has a portrait of George Washington with the year 1974, Liberty Lobby at the bottom, and the word integrity at the top. And this one flips vertical, like a U.S. coin. And it says one silver eagle, which this was 12 years before the first official U.S. Mint silver eagle was produced. So they were using the term silver eagle before that. And what I've found just from my own studies, the word silver eagle had been used kind of like a gold eagle, gold double eagle, quarter eagle, half eagle. And an ounce of silver was just considered like a silver eagle. I don't know why they didn't call it like a silver double eagle. Maybe that's just too much. So I've seen silver eagle on coinage before. Well, not coinage, but on bullion rounds before the silver eagle was produced. And I'm pretty sure after the U.S. Mint copyrighted or trademarked that name, no one else could use it. But before that, I saw it some other places. So, anyways, one silver eagle guaranteed, and it says 1 ounce, 999 silver. And then right here, you can see it says, okay, it's kind of hard to read. I looked zoomed in before, but you can see it says eternal vigilance. So about this coin, what I found after I got it and started studying, this coin is a little controversial. After I received it, I know I've said that a few times, but I looked up the Liberty Lobby, and here's what I found out about the Liberty Lobby. The Liberty Lobby is a far right organization, and the group was founded in 1958 by Willis Carto. Now, Willis Carto was born in 1926, and I believe he went to a war in World War II. And he was a far right political activist. He described himself as a Jeffersonian, so that's what kind of makes me think about this being the Jefferson Mint. but he described himself as a Jeffersonian and a populist. But he was primarily known for his promotion of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and his Holocaust denial. Uh, the organization produced a daily 5-minute radio show called the Liberty Lobby, which broadcasted on the Mutual Broadcast Systems networks and other radio stations. And while the Liberty Lobby intended to occupy a niche conservative anti communist group, Carto, he also started forming other organizations which would take on more of like a neo Nazi uh, kind of orientation. But that's as far as I really want to go on that topic. And I haven't really looked up much of I haven't really looked up anything at all that the Liberty Lobby has released or anything that Cardo has said or mentioned or wrote. I honestly have not gotten to that. So I don't want to go around giving false information or mislead you or even like scarecrow him, if you would say that, and saying stuff that he didn't. So I don't know. I'm going to stay off that topic. But I will say that many universities today, if you go on Google or YouTube and you type Jews and blah blah blah, you can choose a subject. Jews in World War II, Jews in World War One, Jews in the French Revolution, whatever topic you want to apply, you'll see multiple videos of universities and professors in front of a group of students with a camera aimed at them, smirking and smiling about uh, blaming the Jews for everything. So that is not only a conspiracy theory kind of topic or anti-Semitic or neo-Nazi kind of hate speech, if you want to call it that. So you can't really blame one person when the universities are doing the same thing. But I'll just get off of that topic. But I did want to say that because there's a lot of finger pointing, there's a lot of propaganda, and I have watched a few of those videos that the professors have released because I like to study, I like to dig deep in the speeches of all sides. I like to hear something from like the propaganda. There's propaganda on all sides. I like to hear a little bit from the right, from the left, from the center, the upside down, the inside out, backwards, whatever. Even the far out stuff that's just crazy. Even the kind of things that Joe Rogan would talk about, because some of those make sense, some don't. Some are way far off. Some are can kind of you can kind of attach to them. But that's really all I want to say about that. And the reason why I was mentioning all that is because who the Liberty Lobby is. And I'm not telling you to go look them up, but I did not know that this had any kind of ties to any kind of group like that when I bought it. And I'm not saying that hateful people buy this or whatever. I'm just saying this is a little piece of history where back in the 70s and 80s, people would have private mint whatever kind of bullion they want, and they would sell it. And I do have kind of a modern kind of representation to kind of show you what I'm talking about. This was a gift to me. This is pretty much the same thing, but this one isn't modern. This one isn't vintage. It's modern. You can see this is actually from 2025. I think this okay, but you can see this one is actually from Alex Jones Infowars. I think they sell this for like $100. I didn't pay for it. It was a gift to me because I do listen a little bit of everything. So there's probably nothing I haven't listened to. Now, just because I like to inform myself the best I can, I will study the same topic 50 times before I even come to a conclusion that I trust. So you can see that still a lot of groups do this today. So like Infowars, which I don't know how long they'll be around, so this might be a little bit more valuable because this company went bankrupt too from lawsuits. So you can see the kind of like history repeats itself. I think this company, Liberty Lobby, went bankrupt in 2001 after a lawsuit, and this is kind of history repeating itself 24 years later. So we'll see what happens with that. But I just wanted to show you these two coins. I keep calling them coins, but these two vintage rounds, just because I've never seen any of them before until I saw a listing on eBay and I decided to buy them because I needed some more silver anyways. And I always prefer to buy vintage silver. I'm not really big into like the modern silver. I have maybe 4 silver eagles, and that's out of maybe in my lifetime, maybe the 150 plus ounces of bullion that I have purchased. So you can see, like, I buy maybe uh, one silver eagle for every 30, 40 generic kind of rounds, vintage rounds that I buy. Well, thanks for watching this video, and I'm actually kind of interested to see all of you guys' comments, because I think this might actually bring up a topic or maybe a talking point where you can kind of share your information. Either if you have heard about the Liberty Lobby before, you have some opinions about it, or if you have any other coins. Because I did notice that the Liberty Lobby, this one was produced in 1974, and they released the same one in I think 76 or so. But they also released some in 1980 and 1985 that had Liberty with a coronet, which a lot of people call a tiara. But in U.S. coins, it's called a coronet on it from 80 85. And then also there's some later ones with Andrew Jackson on it. I think those are closer to like the 90s. But I'll put some pictures of those so you can kind of see what the other kind of Liberty Lobby bullion pieces looked like. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'm excited to read all the comments that you guys post about this. So thanks. Love you guys. And soon I'll be posting more. Thank you. Bye.